Live morning update, Friday, February 9th. I like that music. You like that music? Kind of get you grooving a little bit in the morning? So, I posted in my free Forex Signals group, I said, don't join this live this morning if you've ever been bullied, because you will be triggered. I'm going to show you something that ruins probably 98% of people's Forex trading life. It's a virus of the mind. It's a mind virus. I'll show you that after we go over the trades here. And, again, if you're a very emotional person, if you feel like you're triggered all the time because you're being picked on, none of that's going to happen this morning. You're going to feel like that until I point out some absolute truth. Now, an interesting thing about the truth, because I'm a kind of person, I read a book, geez, how long ago? 15, 20 years ago, called Radical Honesty by a psychiatrist named Brad Blanton. You probably should read the book, Radical Honesty. And I decided to live a life that way. Radical honesty is just living the truth, just the absolute truth. The sky is up, the sky is blue, the grass is green, that's what it is. Maybe you think the grass is blue. That's perfectly fine. It's not true. That rhymes, right? Grass not blue, also not true. All right. Let's get into this. I'm showing the free Signals Signal account. Looking very good, feeling very good. We went into this NZD USD trade yesterday, and it's starting to turn back around. If I hold it here and go to the chart, we can zoom in just a little bit. Let me come down in time frame here, and actually, you know what? You'd probably be able to see this. So price is currently right here, just below the last sell trade, and the take profit is right here. You can see it. I think it's right over top of another sell trade, so not that far to go. You can see that this trade down here is the original sell trade, and the price moved against us. That's how it works. What it does. In fact, my algorithm, my system, actually, the trade isn't actually against us. It wants to do this. It wants to enter in the opposite of what the price is doing. It's actually more profitable that way. Like I said, you might call it dollar cost averaging. But this trade down here, the original trade, will be slightly negative, and these two up here, as of right now, will be much more profitable than any negative original trade we went into. And if you look at let me erase that. If you look, we've went 0.1, 0.1, 0.2. So we're dragging that take profit price. If you come back to the chart, the take profit price is right here. Every trade we go into, it's drawing it closer to where the current price is. And then we got a little bit of movement, because we always get waves in the market. We get a little bit of movement, and it's going to profit. As far as the history, there's no closed history as of the last. I believe there was some history yesterday, but let's look at an overall. If I go to the week, we've closed $211.29 worth of signal trades. You can bid whatever you want. I have to say that because people are like, well, I don't know if my account could handle the 0.10 lot sizes you're suggesting, Terry. I'm not suggesting a lot size at all. That's you. That's you. My signal is an absolute reference. I'm going to say this a lot because this is really different than what you see in the marketplace. It's really different. My lot size is simply a reference, a mathematical reference based off of how many trades we are in or could possibly go in. And again, as I increase the lot size, because you can see, let's go back here real quick, you can see that I went in at 1x, 1 times, 0.10 is a reference of 1x. I went in 1x, I went in 1x again, and then I went in 2x. I might go, the next one's not going to be 4x, 8x, 6x. It's probably going to be 2x, 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 might be 4x as we get down there, 4 times. I don't want to confuse you by saying 4x. Might be 4 times down here. It might be, right? But it's never just a increase. I will tell you that there's been times when I've had to mathematically go into 30 trades on a really crazy pair like USD JPY, and the lot size does go up exponentially at the top there. Now, someone just said something in the group, and I want to see if I can speak to it, the concept. I'd almost have to look at what they said. You know what? I can do it. Let's do it right here. Let's pull up Discord, because I want to talk about this. Is very relevant to what we are doing. Let's see here. Here you go. Let me erase this. So here's what we're talking about. So someone had mentioned, wow, you guys might be sweating it this morning. We are nowhere near sweating it. And you'll see some of the other trades. We've got a lot of trades that on any given currency pair, I think some are like maybe 6 deep. That's absolutely normal. Nothing very less than medium movement market. But this person says, depends on how you trade. Previously, I would never add to a losing trade. That's what we do. But I don't want to call it a losing trade. I'm not. I just think it's just kind of negative thinking. We have a trade where the price is going against it. We're not losing anything. Right? I don't like to call it a losing trade. It's not a losing trade. We have the price going against us. In fact, my system is designed that way. So he said I would never add to losing trade, only winning ones, and also use a stop loss, which, if you know, I am of the experience that if you set a stop loss, if you set a stop, you take a loss. I'm not willing to do that. I will mathematically trade out of this, but you'll see where I'm going here. Stick with me. I'm going to give you the solution to feeling as if a trade has went 10, 20, 30 against you, and you can't, especially if you're taking the signal. Let's talk about signals only at this point, right? Because it's a little bit different if you're using the auto. So wasn't aware how deep some of these trades would go, right? You're never going to be aware of that. What you need to be aware of is that they could go deep. And a lot of it is market sentiment. Like the market's just been trade, couple trades, profit, trade, profit, trade, profit. Now, as of last night, we've got, and we'll look at these, we've got some trades that have went against, maybe 5, 6 trades in and started to increase the lot size. Not a big deal. Only a big deal if you're jumping into the front end trade at an excessive amount, given what's currently going on, or maybe given what's currently going on, which is just a slight bit of volume. It's not even 10% what the market can do. I said that in the group today. I said it up here. Not even 10% of what the market can do. And nothing crazy is happening. So this person said my rules are different, very different to the rules needed for this system. Well, they shouldn't be, but I get it. It's hard to change old habits. So I'm going to tell you. And they said it's really hard if you're trading a prop account to keep your account within 5%, 10% drawdown. So yeah, it's hard to do that. However, let me give you the solution, especially if you're taking a signal. Now let's come back, and I'm going to give you the solution here. Let's say, and let's just use this because I don't want to open up the premium stuff and reveal a bunch of trades that people that are not in premium would kind of make the people that are in premium upset that I'm just giving them away to you for free. So let's say, so we're in trade 1, 2, and 3 of NZD USD, and let's get into a scenario where there's trade 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? And you came in on trade number 1 and you bid pretty high because you've been watching what the market is doing, and you're like, this is going to go in 1-2 trades. I'm going to I'll have X drawdown, but that didn't happen on this pair, okay? And again, when I say that didn't happen, it's not happening right now. This is just a theoretical one concept. If you are taking this trade as a signal, and on the other side of that, I've seen someone say this morning, kind of like, how am I supposed to manage all these trades? I'm like, don't take all the goddamn trades. Pick up, go into a trade, manage that trade. If you want to add one more, because right now, if you look in the premium signals account, there's probably 20 trades open. We can take a look. There's probably 20 trades open. I can reveal it without showing you what the take profit is and all that other stuff, which is really the key of the whole system, right? Multiple trades at all having the proper mathematical take profit. So what you do in this situation, so let's say you took manually trade 1, trade 2, and trade 3, and you're following my lot size, and once you see I'm increasing the lot size, you're like, okay, hope we don't go into any more trades. And then you wake up in the morning and it's gone into 4, 5, 6, and 7, but it hasn't gone into 8 yet. And you're like, the take profit price is well past, like right now, it's you're going to take a loss on every trade technically, because you haven't added 4, 5, 6, and 7 and updated your take profit price. That's not a big deal. And in fact, that's a really great scenario. So let's say the lot size on trade 4, 5, 6, and 7 was 2, 2, 2, and let's just say it went to 4, okay? 4x from what your original bid was. So what you really did was you missed out on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you missed out on $10 or 10x of bid. All you have to do, especially if you feel like trade number 8 is going to turn around, is enter trade number 8 at somewhere between your original, where you ended a 2.20 lot size or 2 times whatever you originally bid, somewhere in between that and $10 or the 10x. So I could, on trade number 8, bid, let me think here, I could bid instead of $2, I could bid 0.50, if I can even write that on there. So I'll bid $5, okay? I will then update my take profit, which is what the signal gave me. I'll update the take profit on my current trade that I just went into, number 8. I didn't take trade 7, 6, 5, and 4. I'll update the take profit here, here, and here. It's probably the take profit on these, right, is not going to be a profit on these, but it will be a profit on trade number 8 that covers, as the price moves back, that covers the price of all the previous. So it's really just as simple as that. I don't want to make this complicated. You don't have to enter every trade if you're taking the signal. If you're taking the auto trader, it's not that you have to take every trade. It's just going to do that. Especially if you were sleeping and you wake up, it's going to have taken 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. What you do there is you go into the original trade with the mindset that this could happen. So I'm going to be conservative on my original bid, maybe not take a lot of currency pairs. And if you're one of those people, and I'm kind of like this sometimes, if you're one of those people that just goes to sleep and then wakes up and things are going apeshit, what you should do before you go to bed is look at what's open on your account, go into your, especially if you're doing this signals, you have a little more control, right? But you don't have the automation. If you're doing the full auto, you go into your Social Trader Tools account and you just say only trade the pairs that are currently open. So that saves you from getting into another pair that goes 6 or 7 against you at the high lot size that you might be mistakenly bidding, right? It's certainly a balance between a lower conservative lot size, put my hand, so between a lower conservative lot size and taking a lot of the trades, or a higher lot size and taking fewer of the trades or fewer currency pairs. So we can go over that. If you have questions, let me know. But that's a pretty important concept there. So let's get through this. Let's go take a look at, so we already seen that we've closed for the week $211.29. I am going to go to the pause screen. We're going to pull up the premium signals. So give me a minute. I've got to pull up my account list, and premium is 843 on my end. So let me pull up that account. Here it is. Let me count before I show it on the screen. Let me count how many trades we're in. Tell you about the drawdown. And this is the signal account. This isn't a real live active account, but so we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 trades over, I believe I have 10 active pairs trading in the premium signals. So 24 currency trades. The signal account is currently in a drawdown of about $680, and the margin level percent is 6,800%. Completely comfortable, not a big deal, and not really a reference of good or bad, but a reference nonetheless. Now, I will show you what's interesting, and we'll see this here. So this is closed trades in approximately the last, well, since probably about what, 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern last night. So it's closed $6.51. So what's happening, right? Because we're in 24 trades, what's happening is, and I'm going to pause one more time so I can go back and look at this, because I don't want to reveal these, but I want to say this out loud. So we've got 2 AUD USD trades. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Swiss franc Japanese yen trades, Chief JPY. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Euro USD trades. We've got 1, 2, 3 GBP JPY trades. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NZD JPY trades, and 2 USD CHF trades. So you can see that we're in multiple trades on certain pairs, right? Like for example, I will show you this on the screen. Let me pull up NZD JPY, which is about 5 or 6 deep. And let me just kind of show you what this looks like. So this is the premium signals account. And so we have a sell trade down here, and then the price, and this is the 4-hour chart, price pushed against us. So we did sell trade 2, sell trade 3, sell trade 4, sell trade 5, and 6, it looks like, if I'm counting that right. This take profit right here is, I think, on top of also a sell trade, so that's why I'm thinking it's 6. But nonetheless, what's going to happen is you can see that my original take profit was down here. But because I've mathematically added to the trade and dragged my take profit up, my take profit is way up here now. So we only have to move from here to here to take profit, right? So this has moved against us, but very normally. Like, I shouldn't say it's moved against us, because the system's designed to do this. It knows, think about it this way, it's a rubber band, right? So it's pulling back, pulling back, pulling back, pulling back, and it's going to return back in the direction, maybe not as far as the original entry, and that's where most people lose. If they, let me erase this, if they enter the sell trade right here, and they intended it to go this way, and it goes against them, their take profit for this original sell trade is down here, and they're like, I'm going to lose. And or they set some sort of stop loss up in this area, and boom, it hits it. Set a stop, take a loss. Set a stop, take a loss. All we're doing is mathematically, in my particular system, is drawing, and that's really where the power of it is. I'm doing all of the math on my end and telling you what the entry is, buy or sell. Price isn't important. Take profit is important. The take profit calculation is important. And it's different. This is not a linear calculation. I calculate the take profit differently for every currency pair. Also for the amount of volume that's happening on that currency pair at the current time. Okay, so it's ever changing. It's not like, oh yeah, we do 65% of the take profit. It's not like that. It is artificial intelligence calculating that based off of what the market is doing. That's why this system does so well and it does not lose. So if I come back to history, so that's it. So although slow on the take profit, what's interesting, you can see we've taken, oh, there's Dad just sent me a text message. Hey, how's everything going? I'll answer that when we're done. So you can see we've taken $6.51 of profit on the premium signals account and 0 closed trades. What's happening is the market right now is pulling back, the rubber band, and they're going to let it loose. They're going to hold these trades over the weekend. We're probably not going to see a lot of closure today. Why did they do this? I don't know. We can speculate. If I speculate, then you think I know what I'm talking about. I don't. But I can tell you what's happening, not what's going to happen. And I don't really need to know what's going to happen. We're going to have a nice profitable week next week if we get movement, because we've got a lot of trades that pulled back that are going to bounce back towards our take profit. Go back to the pause screen. Let's take a look at some of the other accounts. Let me pull up my account list on my end. We looked at free. We looked at premium. Let's look at the 3K to 100K account. This is the one I was doing for YouTube. 3K to 100K. I believe it is this one. Stand by. It is. So let me share this. Right now, so $3,688 is the profit or the balance in the account here, and we started at $3,000. I forced some losses up front because I was bidding way too much. Now I'm bidding 0.05. We are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades. So 2 AUD USD. We've got 2 CAD Chief, 2 Euro Chief, and 3 of the NZD USD. Okay, and reference-wise, $113 in drawdown and a 9,674% margin level percent. Awesome. It's just smoking along. Let's look at the history. It's closed pretty decent, $17.43 overnight, but that's very much in line with the fact that we're getting a lot of trades that are, the market's pulling back like a rubber band, and just haven't closed yet. So this is a very comfortable account. Very, very comfortable, very nice account. If you look at the last 7 days worth of profit, you can see that I forced some losses in this account. But nonetheless, it'll pull back. I was just overbidding, right? It was my challenge account for YouTube, where I'm taking it from $3,000 to $100,000 using my signals, using my auto trading, and we'll get there. We'll get there. It'll start moving. It's an exponential kind of thing. Like it starts out going up, and then all of a sudden, as I get up above, $10,000 in the account, it'll go up fast. It will. It's just having a little bit of patience. An exponential profit curve. Let's go back to the pause, and let me see if there's any other accounts we want to go over, because there is that one crazy psychological Forex trading thing I'm going to show you. So let's see here. I got a $3,000 demo taking in all of the auto trades. Let's take a look at that. Stand by. Let me pull it up here. So this is a 3K demo. And I'm taking all of the auto trades. Like I'm just taking all of the auto trades at the absolute minimum. So you can see there's a lot of trades, right? In fact, this probably gives you the example where you can see AUD, NZD is in a basket of trades. Okay. Let's go down a little bit farther. CAD Chief, 2 in the basket. Chief JPY. So here's a basket of trades. Chief JPY, basket of trades. Look what we did. 0.01, 01, 01, finally 02. But if you'll also notice, that last trade's starting to go into profit. If we look at that chart real quick. This is the 4-hour chart. Yeah, it went into a sell, went into another sell here, and the price is coming back towards the take profit. The original take profit was down here, but as I went into more sell trades, I moved the take profit up to this line, and it's coming back down towards it. So, yeah, pretty cool. Let's see what else. This Euro CAD has been holding on. How long's that been going? Since the 29th. So we are in a pretty big basket of trades, but look what's happening. The last two are starting to go into profit. You just have to anticipate some of this and go in with your original bid that you believe could also scale, because we just went 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2, 2. Okay, 2 times. Hopefully I'm not boring you guys with this. This is the kind of stuff that you probably need to learn what's going on. Now, this pretty much happened last night. GBP JPY. The reason you got to pay attention to GBP JPY is because that sucker will move. It'll go 20 trades deep overnight, right? So you just have to be aware of that. How do I know that? I've seen it. I watch it. And GBP JPY is one of the top most volatile moving pairs, 130 plus pips a day. It is what it is. So there we go. So if we look at the history, the account has closed $7.96 worth of profits, and this is the auto trading account. You can bid whatever you want, right? I could set this thing to take 3 currency pairs at $10, a pip. Might be pushing the margin level percent. Let's look at that real quick. So if we come back to the top here, 3,630% margin level percent, taking every one of the auto trades my system is sending out at minimum lot size, $131 worth of drawdown. Feels good. Feels good. I don't have to do any management here. And that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, is maybe getting some of these accounts like up against a wall and show you what I'm going to do to manage it. Because that is the skill set that you need with Forex. Certainly the skill set you need with my system to be able to just kind of reduce your margin level percent, close out some trades, close out some, there might be 2, 3 currency pairs that are sitting there that just kind of went sideways and they're just a few dollars in the negative. Close them out, get out, make more profits on the other trades that went deeper and you can bid a little bit heavier on. So if you do that properly, you always end, you get a no loss Forex trade, you always end in a positive net profit. You always end in a net profit mathematically with this particular system. All right, so I believe, let me go on the pause screen one more time and see if there's any other count I want to look at this morning. Ton of gold trades and stuff last night that I did not take. Let's see. And one other we can look at if you'd like to is my sample $1,000. It's actually a live account. I did a sample $1,000 account so I could show you guys. Here we are. Let's take a look at it. $1,000 account, real money. I started a few days ago taking 10 of the 22 currency pairs we trade from my full auto system. And so this will be a good example. We are in $78 worth of drawdown. We're in a lot of trades, but we're still only taking 10 currency pairs. So even if you take 10 out of the 22, you can still see you're going to get a lot of trades. What's there? 2.5 dozen trades there. And 1,600%, I'm starting to pay attention to this. Now, here's what's interesting. So it's a $1,000 account. It's only $77 drawdown, but we're at 1,600% margin. Why? What? That seems kind of... That margin level percent seems kind of low based off of the drawdown. It's because the broker knows we are in 2.5 dozen, 25, 30 trades. They know that. So they're like, all right, you're overtaxing your account. Even though they're all at pretty much min bid. Here's AUD, NZD at a 0.2. Not many of them are at 0.2. This one's at 0.2. There's a few, right? There's a handful. NZD, JPY pushing pretty hard. But I'm still not in I have to make any decisions kind of territory. It's also Friday, probably not going to get a lot of movement. Everything's going to go sideways, so I'm not too worried about this. When will I, in this particular case, for a $1,000 account, start messing with and manipulating my margin level percent? Maybe if it gets under 1,000, I'll be like, let's take a look. Let's get out of some of these, right? Like I could get out of AUD NZD right now at about $1 loss, you know, and that would push my margin level percent up a little bit. So, you know, not too big of a deal. Not too big of a deal. That's pretty much it for that. I want to play you a video now that I woke up to this morning, a live video on TikTok. And I'm going to need your feedback. Let's see if anybody is watching here. I can't tell unless I look. Yeah, we got a few people. I'm going to have to mute my microphone. I saved the video on my mobile. I'm going to play this for about 30 seconds. And there's about a 30-second delay on the live. I need to know if you guys can hear this because I don't want to go on about this if you can't hear it. So, do me a favor. Type in the comments in the live chat that you can hear me or that you heard that request. So let me pull it up here. Let me go to pause screen for a second here. And I'm going to pull it up. So I'm there. I'm going to play a little bit of it. You let me know once I put it up on the screen here. I'm going to pause. I'm going to mute my mic and then we'll see if you can hear. So system audio is on. Let me try it here.
Here you were bouncing off of these other ribbons and going back down. Here you almost got to the 20-25 moving average, but you've been bouncing back out of these ribbons.
Okay, so I played the sound for about 20 seconds. Let me know that you could hear that, because otherwise this will be pointless if you can't hear what he's saying, right? So let me know, and I know there's a little bit of a delay, so coffee break for those that are watching. You should be able to hear it. I can hear the video. Okay. Question mark. Is it clear enough, or is it like muffled and just not very good? I can probably, I could probably bring the volume up on that. Yes, can hear you. I know you can hear me, but can you hear that video? I'm going to assume you can. So let me give you a little preface. I wake up and I'm making some coffee this morning and I just throw on TikTok for 2 minutes of entertainment, right? And like usual, because I'm into Forex, this live Forex video comes up, and the video that I'm showing you has nothing to do with this person. Okay? Mark says, sounds fine to me. Cool. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help the people that are watching me. So, in everything people do, and I have a psychologist background. I have a degree in some of that stuff. So, I was actually, believe it or not, a college professor for some time. I taught different classes. I taught meteorology. I taught psychology. So anyway, yeah, that's some background for me. So I'm not a complete hack, but I am the kind of person that's read books like Virus of the Mind. What we're looking at here with this particular person in this video is this is a psychosis. This is a virus of the mind that is spread across YouTube, across the internet, and in the Forex market. And this is what I originally saw. And I am guilty, because I didn't know what I didn't know, of believing what someone like this says. And this is what everybody's doing in the Forex market. So I'm going to pick this apart. I think the video is only about, it's less than a minute, I think. But I'm going to pick it apart, and I want you to listen to the words that are designed to mislead you, to lie to you, and I'd almost guarantee you that this person is not doing it intentionally. There is a absolute psychotic, I'm going to tell you, psychotic, bipolar, low IQ disconnect here that when you take the words that this person is telling you, this person is pontificating about Forex, and I believe this is probably Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, doesn't matter. It's the concept. So let me go back to the beginning here. And like I said, if you're triggered and you get upset about, talking about other people, I'm not talking about other people. I'm trying to help you to avoid this mind virus, this virus of the mind. Please go read that book, Virus of the Mind. Go read it. You have to read it till you become aware you're not aware. So let me play a little bit of this and listen to his words very carefully. And then I'm going to stop and repeat those words and hopefully give you an aha moment. Just wanted to do this. I think it's important. And especially since I'm live on YouTube, this is probably a dedicated video that I should make, because this is misleading a lot of people without necessarily, he's not trying to, and a lot of people that have psychosis do believe what they're saying. So let me play it. And I got to mess with the microphones a little bit here. So let me play it. Stand by. There's going to be some quietness, some pauses, and then it'll play. And I want to make sure it's loud, so it's pretty loud. If it's too loud after this, let me know.
Okay. Here you were bouncing off of these other ribbons and going back down. Here you almost got to the 25 moving average, but you've been bouncing back out of these ribbons.
All right. This person's looking at a chart. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 moving averages. They're just mathematical representations of where the price was. Okay? They're mathematical representations of where the price was. And up above, he has the indicator, which is the MACD. And the MACD includes a couple moving averages. It's just mathematical representations of price. But the moment you see, and you've heard me say this, and this isn't the deep part of this, the moment that person moves back and tells you what it was doing, think about that. I'm going to scroll back in time and tell you what it was doing. Yeah, no shit, Dick Tracy. But you didn't know what it was going to do until it's already done it. So I don't know why the human brain does this. It's going to get deeper. Wait here. It's only about a 45-second video, right? It's going to get very psychotically deeper. The moment you've moved back and go, well, look here, the price. Now, what can you guys see visually, the pattern on the screen? The price is going down, right? The lines are coming down. The price is going here. Let me draw it on here. The price is going down. That is called bearish. Think of a bear clawing down, okay? Bullish is, think of a bear with his horns scooping up, lifting you up. So this is a bearish down movement, right? That's what history has told us. Doesn't mean it's going to keep going that way. Doesn't mean you should start selling right now. None of that. But let me play some more of this. And I think I'll finish that sentence. As soon as you see someone scroll back in time, stop, run. Stop, run. They don't know what they're talking about. They do not know, right? It gives you this appearance that they know what they're talking about by going back in time. You say, you see where the price was right here, and you see what it did? Yeah. You didn't know what it was going to do. And telling me what it did is fucking pointless. It's pointless. Let me play some more of this. Mute me.
Okay, right now it bounced off the top, this 100 moving average. I'm going to say you're probably going to go sideways a little bit on the 6-hour time frame, and then it's going to drop on you. And this is going to curve around and come back down again. So until you see these candles go through all these ribbons to the upside, you're going to still be in a downtrend.
Until you see the price go to the upside, you're going to still be in a downtrend. What? Yeah, no shit. So right now the price is going down, and until it goes up, it'll just be going down. What? Like, is it me? Is it me? Like, I used to believe this shit. Oh, yeah. So it's the psychological disconnect. They go back in time and tell you exactly what you and they can see together. So your brain is like, wow, they're freaking telling me the future. Wow. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, how do you manipulate someone into doing something that they would normally say no to? You get them to say yes, 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 and then it's a cognitive disconnect, cognitive dissonance to say no. So it's easier to get them to say yes. That's all that's happening. It's some psychological thing, like yes, 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 the price did touch the line there, like you say. Yes, yes, the price is coming down. But and it's real subtle, and I won't play it again, but what he says is that until you see the price shoot up and go up, it will be going down. What the? Like that person does not know that they're doing that to you. It's absolute pure BS. It's pure BS. I know you know this. You probably know that, especially the people that are here. I don't think there's much more of this. I know there's a couple other things that I heard him say, and I went, what? Let's see if we can pull it out here.
And that's not going to happen until these MACD lines get up here to the middle. Then it'll decide, there'll be a decision whether it's going to go up or down.
Did you hear that? Once the MACD lines get up to the top there will be a decision whether it's going to go up or down. No shit. What? Now, these MACD lines up here, right? I could probably go full screen on this video. These MACD lines up here are simply a mathematical representation of what the price is doing right now. You know, if he's like, well, if these MACD lines continue to go up, we're in a buy trend. Well, guess what? They could go like this. I mean, we're in a downtrend. But you're not going to know what the hell it was doing until it's actually doing it. You don't know right here what it's going to do. And pontificating on it. I see these people post USD, Euro USD forecast, GBP JPY forecast. What? You don't know what the hell it's going to do. And, you know, it's like, take a coin, flip it 100 times, and record how many times you got heads, how many times you got tails. I might get it 50-50. You might get it 30-70. Next person might get it 95-5. Right? Next person gets it 10%, 90%. Like, come on. Right? I get angered at this stuff because if I go onto this live and I point out what he just said. So did you just tell me that if the price continues to go up, it won't be going down anymore? And did you just say that once it gets to this point, it could either go up or down? Why are you saying that? I don't get it. Like, am I triggered, you guys? I'm triggered. If you're triggered because you think I'm picking on somebody, then you probably shouldn't watch this. Let's see if he says anything else more batshit crazy than what has been said. Let me erase this. Let's listen.
Usually once these lines get up here close is when you're going to be going back above. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So right here, your EMA or your MACD lines were going up, right? And your candles didn't pass through all the ribbons to go to an upside until both lines reached the middle. And then it just ran.
All it's doing, all any indicator is doing is telling you what it did, not what it's going to do. So when you see people, and I think this is the psychosis, this is the major IQ issue, the psychosis in Forex, is the moment you go back in time and tell me what it did. I want to say horrible words here. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You do not. And it's the psychological problem in learning Forex with these indicators. Like the MACD is probably one of the most popular indicators. And what's interesting, and this happened to me for years, I would use these indicators and I'd enter a trade and lose my ass. But I'd go back in time, even if it's just a few minutes or a few hours or a few days, and go, well, obviously every time the MACD did this, I could have bought, and look, I would have made 300 pips. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. You would be better off having a clean chart, rolling a dice, and anything over 7 you buy and anything under 6 you sell when you roll the dice, right? Like, that's it. And then you manage it like we do. So you go into a trade, price goes against you a little bit. You add a little bit to it. Bring your take profit a little bit closer. Price goes against you a little bit. You add a little bit to it. Bring your take profit a little bit closer. Now, what's interesting is you actually don't have to set your take profit. What? We do that, and I give that to you because it makes your job, because the algorithm is doing the math. But you could just enter a trade and scale into it, and when that price does its wave and turns back around, because rarely, although sometimes it happens, rarely does the price just kind of go up and up and up and up and up, and there's no ceiling. It's going to go up to somewhere. Typically, you can look back in time and go, well, that was the highest point it went to a couple weeks ago. Maybe that's about where it's going. I don't know, right? And you can base your decision on entering another trade, and you base your decision on scaling up the lot size based off of that. And that's probably the only thing I do, is I'll look back in time and I'll go, well, here's where the top was. That's maybe the max price the market can handle, because the bank's manipulating this stuff, right? They only have so many billions or trillions of dollars to trade, maybe less than that. A lot of times these banks and hedge funds, they team up. They have a morning meeting and they go, all right, well, here's the best opportunity. USD CAD, if we just dump a bunch of sell trades into the market, we're going to take out a lot of stop losses, and then we'll just let the price come back, and we'll be in billions of dollars worth of profit. You guys on board? Hell yeah, do it. Dump, right? And that's what they do. But this is, and I know I'm not describing it well because it's off the cuff, but this is just the lie that's being perpetuated, and frankly, it's you're not being lied to knowingly. This is someone who genuinely believes what they're saying, and they're absolutely full of it. Let me see if I can play the rest of this. There's not much left, but I'm listening to these things. We haven't heard a lot, but other than a couple things, I'm going to play the rest of it, and I'm listening to these things where it's like, what did he just say? The price is going to come to here, and it's either going to go through this line or it's going to go down. What? Stop listening to these people. Let's finish.
Sideways right here for a little bit, and it started fluctuating a little more, and then you went back into a downtrend again. Here you were coming up, went sideways, and then an uptrend. So once you get sideways here, you're going to see some
I gotta ask, what do you think people think the value is of you telling them what they can already see on the screen? I think it's a psychological manipulation. Well, when you get right here and the price goes up like this, the price went up. And you can see that as the lines indicated that the price went up, because they're just a mathematical representation of what's happening with the price. So if the price goes up, the indicator line goes up. And if the price goes down, the indicator line goes down. But that's only after the fact. It can only calculate that it was going down way after the fact. And what's interesting is these indicators lull you into believing that they can tell the future. Whereas when you were back here on the chart, you had no idea what it was going to do. Not a freaking clue. You didn't know it was going to go up. Neither did the indicator. The indicator is an indication of past performance. Let's see if we can hear any more here.
Choppiness going horizontally, and then as soon as you see a white come above the middle line, you're going up. And then the same thing for whenever you take big dips down. Take a big dip down. Soon as that white crosses over the yellow, now you're in an uptrend, and that'll correlate with what's happening with your candles.
Unmute myself here. Like, I think the biggest thing, go watch these people and truly listen for the psychosis that's happening with them. I feel bad for them. It triggers me when I hear someone say, well, the price, when it gets to this line, it could either continue through this line or reject off of it, or maybe go sideways. People honestly believe that they are giving value, and they honestly believe they know what they're talking about. I will guarantee you, I don't even, who was that, Crypto Daddy? I will guarantee you that's a losing trader. I'm not being a jerk. I'll guarantee you that person loses. And that they lost so much that their only redemption is to get online. And I hate to say this, and they're not doing this on purpose. Their only redemption is to get online and help you lose also. Hear me now, and hear me good, people of Forex trading in my group. Losing traders teach losing strategies because they can't win. My trades never lose. Pretty bold statement, isn't it? Uh-oh. All right, we're not taking her call. In fact, that's funny. In fact, what I can do is I can pause here, and that's basically where I want it to be. Let me pull something up. Stand by. I don't see it quickly. Here we are. And let me share this. Give me a second. This way we don't have to look at my phone. So we can look at the screen here. So let me kind of see what you guys say. Derek says, all I hear him saying is when the MACD lines meet at the convergence, it's either going to go above it or below it. But I don't know. The MACD will do what the MACD does. Yeah, it's the MACD. MACD, moving average. It stands for moving average confluence data. I don't know what it stands for, but it's just pure insanity. As I said, you can enter a trade any time, not set a take profit, and continually. You know what? I guess I'm just going to get blown up on my phone today, and all my text messages are going to show. Let's come back here while I finish out here. So I don't even know what she said. She's pissed off at me. Good, because I'm not even going to get into that. You can enter a trade going anyway, scale into it, and when the price comes back in your direction, exit all the trades at a total profit once the screen turns blue at the top. You really can do that. You really can do that. I mean, did I just give you the trading secret of the... Yeah. My system does it with an algorithm and a robot and precision, so on and so forth. Interesting. So Derek says, so buy the Mac, it's the MACD. I think that's probably what you're saying. You're probably talking in your phone, but buy the MACD indicator and you too will be confused as I am. Yeah, it's free. That's why it's crazy. The MACD indicator is built right into MetaTrader 4, right? And you can go watch YouTube videos on when to enter a buy or a sell based off of the MACD. And you will lose your ass 50% or more of the time. You just will, because what you're trading with any indicator, you're trading on what has happened. And you can't, if we could trade on what has happened, we'd make millions. No indicator in any given time where it's at the time right now live is can tell you anything. It's an absolute roll of the dice speculation. So you might as well just enter a trade, scale in, and as the price comes back on, scale in at a low lot size, increase your lot sizes as you feel like it's getting to a point where it's going to turn around. It's just a feeling, right? You can see it on the screen. You can see what it's really doing in real time. Then the price comes back around, and you take profit when the screen turns blue at the top. If I could do it I probably do have a simulator. Maybe we'll do it sometime on the simulator. I'll just be like, hey guys, tell me, what do you want to do? Tell me the currency pair and tell me buy or sell. And don't look at any charts. So we'll go to that currency pair, we'll go to the 1 minute, and I'll just start buying, right? And if it goes in our direction, I'll just take profit. If it starts going against us, I'll scale in some trades. And if over that live session that we're doing, the price comes back and I get all blue at the top, I'll close them all out of profit. That's it. End of story. Now, what sucks people in here is this concept. Everybody wants to get into a trend at a huge lot size and earn 300 pips in one trade. No, I would tell you this. My experience, all of my success in Forex, all of it, and I'm obsessed with this stuff. I've been doing it 8 years now. All of my success has been decent lot size, small pip, take profit, 10 pips. That's why I call my trade system the 10 pip automation. Small pips, 10 pips. Even if it goes against me, I'm still moving the take profit. I'm still only looking for about 10 pips in the entire basket of trades. Get in, get out. Does the price move 300 against and then 10 back? Yes, it does. Does it move 300, but in that 300 move 10 back during that 300? Certainly does. Certainly does. So, yeah. I'm going to stop it there. Happy Friday. I got a bunch of stuff to do today. I just talked for 58 minutes. Hope you found some value in there. Usual suspects on the live this morning. The successful traders always show up. I know other people are busy, so hopefully you're watching the replay. And the only way I know you're watching the replay is to either let me know in the live chat in the group, or do me a favor, if you're watching the replay, give me some comments down below. Give my video some love. Give it a like. Give it a subscribe. I never say that stuff because it's obvious. So that's it for Friday. Market will be closed this afternoon, and we'll get to trading when it opens Sunday evening. And I'll see you guys inside the group. If you're not in the group, if you're watching this and you caught this randomly and you were smart enough to stick all the way to the end, which most people don't, go to fxwithterry.com, join the group. I'll see you guys on the next trading session. Take care.